So, guys, there is a level of anti-intellectualism seen in the fitness industry that is in no other industry, whether it's a professional industry or whether it's just an online community, which our fitness industry happens to cross over into both of those territories. So whether it's medicine, whether it's sales, finance, whether it's like an online gaming community, whether it's art, some kind of like an art community, whether it's anything like that. There is, in all of those topics, in all of those fields, there is generally a consensus of intellectualism. And it's founded on research, it's founded on proven methods, and I think the biggest thing is that under all of those fields, there is at least some sense of morality behind what goes on. That's not there with the fitness industry. And when I say that, I don't mean to put every single person on blast. I'm of course not talking about myself. I'm not talking about certain people on YouTube. And I'm not even talking about, I'd say, the vast majority of the researchers in this field. The people who I'm talking about are the big sort of supplement company, bodybuilder guys, or even powerlifters, people who promote levels of intellectual dishonesty that are not congruent with the way that things actually are. Okay, so the first thing that I want to get into here is who is information sought from in the fitness community. From day one, in the fitness world, it's always been a very superficial sort of industry or community. Of course, everyone wants to have some giant pecs, correct? Everyone wants to have the biceps. Everyone wants to be super strong. And so one of the biggest pitfalls that I see novice lifters get into is they seek their information not from credible sources, but they look to people who have gotten incredible results. Novice lifters go see these guys and they're like, whoa, how do I get pecs like this guy? Because they see somebody with the results at the far end of the spectrum, and they think that there's a certain roadmap to getting to that place, and there is. But here's the thing. Because most of those people who are at the top 1% in the fitness industry, I'm talking about bodybuilders, powerlifters, even just fitness models, most of these guys are on performance-enhancing drugs, particularly anabolic steroids and human growth hormone, and some other things. And because those things are illegal, they have to create stories of where they actually got their gains from. So, again, here's the picture. Young guy who doesn't really know a lot about fitness asks this person, or they go online and do research about this person, and they say, okay, cool, here's how I got my pecs. And instead of saying the truth, they say, well, it's no secret that if you want to have giant pecs like this, all you have to do is add a set of flies in at the end of every session. And will that get you bigger pecs? Sure. It depends on your program, but if you do that, you would think that, adding an extra set of a certain exercise every workout yeah, you will grow your pecs from that. The problem is this: it will not grow anything to the same extent that a week of drugs will. And that's the problem here, because instead of saying, hey guys, I'm on drugs, I'm on a ton of steroids, I'm on Deca, I'm on some Tren, alright, I got clenbuterol in the back office there, okay, this is my secret. Instead of coming out and saying that, they say, oh, no, here is my training routine, you just aren't working hard enough, so you need to add some more weight, you need to add some more volume to your training schedule. That's the problem that we face here. Because we have this tendency to promote and put people on a pedestal who are stars, make stars out of people who are on drugs, and like anybody who's known about the fitness industry for more than a year and a half, maybe, you know who's on drugs and who's not. I'm sorry, but if you can't detect somebody who has steroid-like results, even if they're not even on steroids, because there are some guys who are just genetically enhanced that none of us are ever going to match up to. So if you've been in the fitness industry for a long time, you know who's got a physique that's unattainable, or one that's very hard to attain naturally. So I mean, most of those guys, they're not fooling any of us. But who they are, they're fooling people who are just green thumbs looking for information. And I think another big problem is that, I don't know about you guys, but when I was in school, no one taught us any of this. If anything, I remember one time I had a class, it was called Physically Active Lifestyles, it was grade 11. And I actually took it in grade 10, but basically it was sort of like gym class for, the physically challenged, or not really the physically challenged, but gym class for, pretty much lazy kids, right? And I was one of those kids, and I remember them. We for a few weeks we went down to the weight room in the school, and pretty much we weren't taught anything. We weren't taught about the bench press or the squat. We were just thrown in there and like, here you go. And because I needed to get participation points, I flopped around on, I don't even remember what it was. I think it was like a really old cable fly machine, except it was made with chains instead of cables, and like I was on it backwards. I didn't know what I was doing, but I don't know. Either way, I didn't learn anything about fitness in school. And so basically, because we didn't learn anything about fitness, we're kind of left on our own when it comes to, learning about how to, keep yourself healthy, how to make yourself stronger, how to get more muscle, which are all things that, quite frankly, everybody should be able to do unless you're disabled. I don't know if it was Aristotle or Plato who said, or even Socrates, it was one of the classic Greek philosophers who said that no man has the right to be an amateur in the realm of physical fitness, because he knew that there was a link between being physically fit and being intellectually sound. So I think one of the biggest downfalls of our education is that, hey, we don't know anything about fitness. And then we have this industry that's, kind of dishonest, that's telling us here's what we need to do in order to look like this guy, who, this isn't actually the roadmap he took to get there. And those two things combined will only lead to confusion and people who do not see the results that they want. And so then, after people who couldn't reach their goals because their corporate masters told them to do the wrong thing. They say that people who have actually seen results in the gym, oh, you're on steroids. When in reality, nah, I just followed, Scott McKeegan's training program for 6 months, gained 20 pounds of muscle, and yeah. But no, so yeah, that is just me plugging my business goals in my videos here, but I digress. Essentially, what I'm trying to say here is this. For those of you who are just starting out, there are some crazy pitfalls that you guys just need to be aware of. There's a scientific method to get where you're trying to get naturally. You can get there. Physiques like that of Ziz, Frank Yang, Matt Ogus, to some extent, even Chris Jones. These are all naturally obtainable physiques. You just have to be skeptical of a lot of things that come your way. And you have to, if you see something, you have to be able to verify it from another really reputable source. I'm going to throw some links in the description of certain websites that you guys can check out to just, if you guys just want to go read and read and read and read and just bring stuff into your mind and just download information directly into your brain. If that's what you guys want to do, like I did, I highly recommend that you check out some of the links down below. So the next video is going to be a continuation of this one. It's going to deal with supplements and the supplement industry. So thank you very much for watching. Please share this with your friends because this is a very important video. If you have any, sort of experience with this in anti-intellectualism, leave me a comment. Let's talk about this because I've done some dumb stuff too. Anyway, oh yeah, and like the video. I'm waiting. Go like that. It's only one button. I know you can do it. There you go. Okay, thank you. Have a good day.